NBC 7 News at 5 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Mullen.
And I'm Monica Dean. Tomorrow is shaping up to be an election day that won't give San Diego bragging rights when it comes to voter turnout. Below average for a state gubernatorial primary is the best prediction, and there is much worse out there.
NBC 7 political reporter Gene Cuppison. We hate to hear this, but I guess unless voters really turn out in record numbers, it's going to be this way.
It needs to be a furious finish down the stretch at Belmont, would be the horse racing equivalent. You know, June primaries in San Diego County generally have been attracting around 38% of registered voters in years without a presidential race. Political scientists at National University are forecasting a high of only 23%, a low of 18%. They hope they're wrong, or that if they're right, it's just a one-time occurrence.
More ballot measures are now going to be appearing in November versus these June elections. And so as a result, you're taking off the table what could be otherwise maybe a tax increase or something that people have strong opinions about and motivates them, galvanizes them to come out to vote.
Voter fatigue after 6 special elections countywide since early 2013 is another main reason cited for low turnout forecasts. There's also talk of too many unopposed or uninspiring candidacies, and a long 19-inch ballot listing many unfamiliar names.
For the office of governor, there's 15 candidates that are on the ballot, so it's a lengthy ballot. So I think people are also sitting off to the side making sure that they're being educated on which candidates they're going to be voting for.
And there are those content to just sit out the primary and wait to see what the ballot looks like in November, a strategy that draws this warning.
The top 2 will be the ones that run off, and so if you don't vote for your choice, very likely you'll have a choice of the one you don't want and the worst one of those that you might have taken.
For pollsters predicting turnouts in the mid to high 20s, here's the call as to which voters most likely will be missing in action tomorrow.
It's the nonpartisans, those vaunted nonpartisans that have kind of been, people have been talking about a lot. They're the ones that don't show up in these lower turnout elections. And you'll see a depressed turnout amongst them. You'll see higher turnout amongst Republicans.
Well, before the registrar's office opened this morning, and it just closed a few minutes ago, Democrats led the numerical count of absentee ballots returned. Republicans, however, boasted the higher return rate and the highest ballot numbers in 2 key council races, which we'll be keeping our eyes on tomorrow.
What's really interesting is that even if this is going to be low turnout, there's been a lot of money still spent on this. There's been a lot of negative campaigns, too.
It hasn't lacked for that. The image makers have tried their hardest. The candidates have tried their hardest. The message is out there. There are big races, the 52nd Congressional District, the District Attorney's race, Propositions B and C, the Barrio-Logan plans. But have they generated that dynamic feeling that, that voters throughout the county and throughout the city are going for? We can hope, but apparently they just haven't stood out enough in terms of what the ballot trends are, the absentee ballot trends are.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Gene.
Thanks, Gino.
So if you're going